Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, so we are talking Turner syndrome. This week I wanted to do a whole video responding to a comment that I got in last week's video. The comment basically was saying, can we talk about the am I ever going to feel normal? Can I never just be normal? And kind of a why can't I just be normal feeling. She said she was dealing with vision and had hearing problems added as she got older, and I totally resonate with this, and I thought it was an amazing way to follow up last week's Turner syndrome video, because that is another feeling that I have. I hear you guys saying you have, and I feel like it's a huge part of the mental game or mindset that you go through with Turner syndrome. I mean, really, you can probably apply this to a lot of different health conditions. Oh, why can't I just be healthy? Why can't my body just do what it's supposed to? But we all know the Turner syndrome experience with that, the things that come with it, that feeling of, no, I don't want to go to another doctor's appointment. I don't want to do another hearing test. I don't want to do another blood test. I don't want to take a pill every day. Why can't my body just do what it's supposed to do? Why can't it just work? Why can I not just be normal? I feel like those are totally valid feelings and a very important aspect to process and acknowledge and think about and work through, because it is a real experience, especially as you get older and you start adding all of these experiences of that happening, whether it's taking a pill every day once you start hormone replacement therapy, whether it's having hearing tests and blood tests every year once you start going to an endo, whether it's being way behind the other kids in school in math, whether it's physically not developing at the same rate, having all of your other friends start things without you, and then you get married, and then it's watching everybody else have babies when you can't. It's watching everybody else not have to deal with hearing tests, not have to consider hearing aids, not have to take a pill every day. To me, I have felt a lot like my body is aging too quick for me. Like, I'm not ready to start dealing with those health issues that I shouldn't be dealing with till I'm middle-aged. And I'm not even 30. I totally understand this. And I think the mental game we have to play with ourselves is honestly very similar to what I was talking about in the other video. These are challenges. We get to decide how we mentally approach them, how we think about them, the self-talk we use during it, something being wrong with you versus these are the challenges God has set before me. I can either rise to them, or I can let them tell me what life is going to be like. I can let them mean I don't live my life to the fullest. And I never want to get to that point. No matter how frustrated I get with why do I have to deal with all of this. And I mean, I know I talk about the infertility a lot, but honestly, especially as I've gotten older, there's been so much more that has come with it. I have always disliked being dependent on a pill. From like the first time period of taking my HRT, hated having to take a pill every single day. None of my other friends did. But when I would go over and spend the night at their house, I had to make sure I took it before we went to bed. It just makes you feel even more alien than all the things you're being told are going wrong with your body already do. Nobody else I know at 28 years old has hearing aids, and that's a whole other video I could do, but I'm getting closer and closer to doing that and feeling like I can't put it off anymore. And nobody else has to go have all these blood tests every year or ultrasounds on their kidneys or abdomen. Nobody else has to do bone density scans or take as much calcium as I'm being told to take. Like, all of that is so different. And instead of seeing it as a burden, I had to change my self-talk. And again, I'm not perfect at this. I very, very much still struggle with this. But what I'm working on approaching it as is, this is me taking care of my body. Being upset about it, being annoyed by it, being frustrated and feeling let down by your body is not going to change that it needs to be taken care of in that way. As much as doing those things is a reminder, as much as it's time consuming and scary at times, it's what your body needs. And I think I had to switch that into, this isn't my body's not working. This is my body needs this self-care. And this is taking care of myself. This is what I need to do to make my body the healthiest it can be. Staying away from foods that I know don't do well with me. Taking my medicine, taking my vitamins, making sure I'm getting enough sleep because my immune system already sucks enough. Things like that. I feel I've always felt more sensitive with that stuff than the people around me. And it's easy to see it as this huge burden. I think when I admitted to myself, it really wasn't anything beyond me taking care of myself. It started to kind of allow me to work through some of that. That I could get to the point of, okay, I do need to work on just facing this as reality. And that's not to discount those feelings when we get frustrated. And I do think we should express it to a certain extent. We should acknowledge those feelings, acknowledge that frustration, and work through that, but not allow it to hold us back. Not allow it to lower our self-worth or project that onto others as far as how they see us. Nobody around me sees me as lesser than because of any of my health complications. They want me taking care of myself. They want me doing the things my body needs to be healthy. And that looks different for everybody, just like infertility, just like having a family. Everybody's body is different. Even within Turner syndrome, once again, it's unique. My body doesn't need the exact same stuff that your body does. And your body doesn't need what my body needs. It's all about finding what you need and taking care of yourself in that way. And while we do have, I feel like, more high maintenance bodies, I'll say that, I'm high maintenance in that regard because it takes a lot to be on top of to make sure I'm getting what I need and actually give my body what I need. And that's just the facts of it. It's hard. It's a struggle. It's frustrating. I don't want to do it almost ever, but I know I need it, and I know I feel better when I do it. And I don't know, I think it's still about mindset. And so just like with anything, just like when you're dealing with any not met expectation, it's a mindset shift that you have to make where, no, I'm gonna do this self-talk. I'm going to approach it this way. And that helps. That seriously changes your way of looking at it, and it can help it make it a little easier instead of constantly feeling that way. But I do know that that is a major thing I have struggled with, and I know I've heard you guys say you struggle with it. So if you have any particular ways you like to help yourself with this, whether it's writing all of that down, whether it's making a video talking about it, whether it's talking to somebody, whatever it may be, I would love to hear how you kind of help yourself work through these things and what your experience with it has been. Do you feel high maintenance? I feel high maintenance. Do you struggle with this? I would love to hear your stories. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped. I hope this kind of gave a good insight into my view on it. And if you did enjoy it and it did help, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!